Will Patrick Mahomes really be the greatest Madden NFL QB ever? That's a very, very hard statement to make, especially for a lot of Madden gurus that are out there that's been playing Madden for a very long time. But before we get into all of that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at some of the other things that are going on currently in Madden 19 and what may happen in Madden 20 if all the traits that EA are talking about don't come to fruition. As many of you know, dudes get rage sold effective immediately for just coming in and breathing wrong in my meetings. Alright, so going back to seeing, is Patrick Mahomes going to be the greatest Madden NFL QB ever? That's going to be very, very difficult to determine right now before we actually see the gameplay. But again, I know a lot of you guys can put some names in the comments of who you think in Madden NFL history the best QB is. But what we're going to be doing right now is I'm going to be showing you something, alright? Now, I gave you guys some gameplay with Baker Mayfield, and he came out, he was pretty decent, whatever like that, but ultimately, he's not living up to the criteria. So let me just explain to you what's going to be happening again in Madden 20 if EA Sports does the same things, which I don't think at this point they're probably going to do. I don't think they're going to intentionally change the way that players play, because I think it's going to be too hard for them to do that with everybody already having these whole, there's so many conspiracy theories and weird things that's going on now. I don't think they're going to outright continue to do it. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I can tell you this, based on the way that my players play, it changes as new players in that same position comes out. I know all you guys know what I'm talking about. For instance, you would have thought that Aaron Rodgers, the loyalty edition would have been nerfed because Baker Mayfield came out. Some of you guys wrote in the same exact video where I was playing with Baker Mayfield, yo, all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers sucks. And then I'm like, what? Because I kept Aaron Rodgers because he was really, really good. I was just testing Baker Mayfield out. When you look at his numbers, it's like, all right, bro, like it's decent numbers. Obviously, none of us like to throw accuracy deep, but with the chemistries, we were able to get that up. But for you guys to be writing in my comments that Aaron Rodgers is garbage now, like I haven't used him yet since I've got Baker Mayfield. But these are the things that we have to address, because you guys are going to be asking me, yo, Gmias, why are you rage selling this guy? Why are you rage selling this guy? And I'm going to tell you, bro, listen, dudes out here are garbage, dog. Like, look, if the players start to play differently from the first time that I get them, I'm going to tell you guys that they're playing differently. Whether you guys see it or not, that's up to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that the dude's garbage and he's not without giving you guys visible proof, which I will be doing a lot of in Madden 20, because you guys want the gameplay proof. I'm going to give it to you. Now, whether you still like the card or not, that's not what the argument is, because this guy's getting rage sold effective immediately. For my last Twitch stream, this dude was throwing the ball into the 5th row, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what EA is doing. I don't know why that would be the case of anything like that happening at any time, but he has to go, and he has to go right now. So he's going to get rage sold, and we're going to talk about Patrick Mahomes, and let's look at his card right now. Because remember, he was that, the team of the year or whatever, that 98 overall card, and a lot of you guys were going crazy about it, and it was very, very exciting for him because, to be honest, D Ford, if he doesn't hop off sides, bro, like I saw you guys write that in the comments. I know that if he's not off sides, Tom Brady throws a pick and it's all over. But that's just not the way it was written. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the way it was supposed to happen, and it just didn't turn out to be that way. There's nothing you can really do about it at this point. Tom Brady's running around with mad rings on his fingers, and dudes are hating out here. It is what it is, bro. Like, nothing that you can do about that is going to change what history is. So all we can do at this point right now, we take a look at this card. Obviously, he was a limited time card. Thank the guy that put this up there for that price, because he's a savage. Like, nobody's buying this card for that price, because you can obviously use training points to get Patrick Mahomes to the 98, because he is a limited time card. So please don't spend any coins on this card. Does not make any sense. Great artwork. All that stuff is pretty decent. Not a big deal. Now, let's jump into some of the things that's going to be going on, right? You can see that, look, this is his max card. This is end of the year stuff. It doesn't make any sense for them to give him another card, because it's not, all they're gonna do is do +1 to his throw power, maybe +1 or +2 to a couple things in the other segments. So I don't think it makes any sense for them to give him anything outside of this card, right? So let's look at this. This is the creme de la creme, bro. Like, this is like the highest point of what he was in Madden 19. Now, some of you guys are saying, yeah, bro, it's a possibility. He's gonna be the best this, he's gonna be the best that. I don't really know, though. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't even have to go back to 04 with Mike Vick. I can go back to like Tom Brady when he was on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly like if this is the best card that we've seen in Madden NFL history. But again, with all of the things that he's going to be able to do, the dashing Deadeye, all kinds of Deadeye, no look Deadeye, run around Deadeye, bro, put on the tank top Deadeye. This guy's gonna be doing Deadeye all over the place. It's gonna be craziness that's going on, and obviously, you guys just like to say it. You guys like to hear me say it, bazooka. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you say it and it just scares you, bruh, bazooka. But again, none of that really matters if it doesn't if it doesn't translate on the field in Madden. It won't really matter. And that's what I'm really concerned about. Like, we have to be able to get our hands on it, kind of see the way he's moving around. A lot of you guys are going to have that opportunity to be able to do that in the beta. Shout out to the 6 individuals that received codes that were given away in my stream on June 12th. Remember, the beta starts June 14th, 2019. So you guys are going to have time to, pretty much play it, see what's going on with it, enjoy it, and see where we're headed with it. But I really just don't know how to, like I said, I don't know how to say, all right, this guy's going to be the best ever. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, other than him having that deep throw, that big arm, and having Tyreek Hill there, we don't really know that much about Pat Mahomes. Like, I love watching him play. I think he's unbelievable. But again, we all know that it's sort of like this. If you think about Dante Culpepper with Randy Moss, that was one of the only things that Dante Culpepper could do. We saw after Randy Moss and he separated, we saw what happened. You see what I'm saying, bro? Obviously, we saw Randy Moss go through some crazy trials and tribulations too with the Raiders, the Titans, 49, all that other stuff when the quarterbacks weren't that good. But when we saw him go to Tom Brady, we saw what he really could do. Now, Patrick Mahomes is going to have to add a little bit more to his repertoire. Obviously, like I said, he did some things that were like very, very like eye-catching in the 2018-2019 season, so everybody's still talking about it. But I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand, if this is his max card, when he starts off in Madden Ultimate Team, it's going to be, obviously, it's going to be nowhere near all of this. And remember though, see, this is the interesting thing that everybody, and it's also an interesting question that people have been asking. Is he going to be able to do bazooka at the launch with any of his cards? That is a very, very interesting question, because then throw power doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they put on the card. If he's able to get into the zone and regardless do it in MUT, none of that will matter. Unless they have like an asterisk on the card and say, even if you get into the zone, the max for this card is this and whatever like that. These are the things that we're going to have to figure out, because I think everybody is way too focused on the fact that, this guy can throw the ball 80 yards and, they're doing this, they're doing that. I don't really see that big of a, an issue with him having the ability to do that, simply because he's done it. He's thrown the ball 83 yards, documented. So that's not the big deal. The big deal is, how are we going to be able to utilize that attribute? Okay? When we get our cards, when we first start Madden Ultimate Team, because I know in regs he's going to be able to do it, because they're going to give him the base card to make sure he's able to do it. And remember, zone abilities go through all modes. I'm not aware, like right now, I had other people ask, can you turn it off in franchise? I don't think that you can, because I think it's something that's integrated. It's integrated into the game, but it's possible that they may be doing something about it. I'm going to look into that for you guys and get back to you with that information as soon as possible. I've already sent out some DMs, but even if you can't turn it off, it's part of the game. So it's something of like a luxury that you're going to have to be able to like get your player to the next level. And a lot of us thought that that was secretly happening anyway. Because like in Madden 19, if you threw like a couple drag routes, like 3 or 4 drag routes, and you got your players like, getting everything going, they got some completions, they would throw the ball a lot more accurately throughout the rest of the game, as opposed to you coming out and on first down just throwing it deep for like 1,000 yards. You know what I'm talking? I don't know if you guys have done that, but that was something that actually helped out with a lot of different games that I've played throughout the year. If you come out and do some dink and dunks, whatever, dink and dacks, whatever you want to do, bro, if you were able to get a certain amount of completions, you were able to have a better chance of having better accuracy throughout the game. So I think they just implemented it a little bit more, but it's the same exact thing. And the reason that I bring up Aaron Rodgers is because he's also a QB that's going to be very, very good in the game. If they give Patrick Mahomes all these other zone abilities, superstar abilities, whatever, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a lot of those things. Obviously, he won't have bazooka. Obviously, he won't have the no-look Deadeye. But everything else he should have. Tom Brady should have the same things as well. So, is he going to be the greatest? In my opinion, no. All right, I don't think he will be. I think a lot of us will be using other quarterbacks, in fact, other than Patrick Mahomes to start Mutt. I think he would be the most sought after QB in regs, though. If you guys do regs, or if Madden has a tournament with regs, I think he would be the most used quarterback, because obviously he's on the cover and it's going to cater more towards him. But in Madden Ultimate Team, I really just don't think that he will be that star QB. Let me know what you're thinking about it. This is just my assessment of it. Just for those of you guys that are asking, like, bro, he's going to be so expensive. Do I have to get him? Everything is about him. I don't think that it should be that kind of situation where you feel that you have to get him. But if you want him and, you know, early in the year it starts off and it's better for you, go for it. But that's just my opinion about it. I don't think that he will be the greatest Madden NFL QB in the history of the game. And like I said, Baker Mayfield has been rage sold, and that's exactly what will happen to him in Madden 20 if he does anything other than what they're saying he's supposed to do. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Be sure to tune in for more updates into Madden 20. Definitely follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at GmiasWorld. And I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.